What's going on, everybody? Frost here, Field Guardian again, and with all the Pokemon-related news going on these days and the updates coming and gone, we just wanted to bring you some of the better news. I know everybody's kind of excited about the whole Ditto thing, and I am too. I mean, I got one of them. I've put up the videos. I've done everything everybody else has done. I've been trying to get more than one, but unfortunately, it just doesn't seem to be working as much as they try. I mean, I've caught everything under the sun, and it's just I'm not getting that second one. But you know, whatever. I guess I'm just not one of the lucky ones. I mean, I am because some people haven't gotten it at all. So I can't really complain. But one of the bigger news that's come out is the realization that the update that was released having to do with Pokemon and Ditto was a lot more than just the whole Ditto and a few little minor bug fixes. The file itself was so large, everybody kind of was like, okay, well, what's going on here? So after digging around a whole bunch, they found some pretty interesting information. Now, what I'm talking about is shiny Pokemon. Now, before I completely get into it, just a little bit of history having to do with it, and I'll get to that in 1 second. Now, for the most part, Pokemon Go got a relatively minor patch this weekend, fixing a few of the specific issues, including the game's infamous non-descriptive minor text fixes. But what it contained under the surface may have been even more significant than that, laying the groundwork of the first appearance of Ditto, which he came out and everybody's happier than, pig and crapping, and that's great. But we also found a lot of information having to do with something else that's going forward, and that has to do with shiny Pokemon. Now, before I completely get into that, just a little bit of history about shiny Pokemon, because a lot of people don't even know what the heck it is. Hell, I didn't for a while. Pretty much what it is back with the handheld games. Shiny Pokemon were great. They're certain shades off. They basically look like the regular Pokemon, but they're different colors. One of the biggest things is that they kind of had with it is that a lot of them came with perfect IVs, and they were a lot better, or they had better powers, or whatnot. But nowadays, there's more towards just the color schemes. It's not really, their CPs are going to be exactly the same. Their HPs, their power moves, everything is just that they look different, and their rarity's different. So it's kind of cool to see a Dragonite with its colors, or a Gyarados, or something like that. Any of the other ones having to do with their different color schemes. They're a lot more rare, hopefully not too ridiculously rare. Because if they're too ridiculously rare, nobody in their right mind is going to want to look for them. They're not going to care. You can't make something so rare, it's virtually unobtainable. So what they basically did is people started rooting around the APK having to do with the update, and they came out with two sets of numbers. The default numbers and shiny numbers. So it's pretty much guaranteed that shiny Pokemon are going to be in the game. Now, how this all leads up to the release of the legendaries and the Generation 2s and everything else is a little bit beyond me. I'm not 100% sure exactly how that's going to be working out, and I'm pretty curious myself to see how that all happens. Also, they've already said that there's going to be the one Pokédex and the second Pokédex. Now, are the shiny ones going to be the same exact name? It's just that you happen to get that color, or is it a whole nother Pokédex altogether? Is it going to say shinies or not going to say shiny? I just don't know how they're going to do it. We're going to have 3 Pokédex, and then what happens with Generation 2? So anyway, a lot of the reports they're saying out there, like in Forbes and things like that, who have followed Pokemon Go and Niantic's updates pretty closely and got a lot of the inside information, have basically said the same thing. The easiest way to do it is anything that is a 100% IV, make it a shiny Pokemon. Give it that trait. That would make it a whole lot. Hey, you know what it would? It would show people, because anybody can say whatever they want about if it's a 100% IV. But this would actually show it. Now, me, myself, I have 3 Pokemon that I know are 100% IV, and I would love to be able to show that off. So hopefully that kind of gets, if they do it that way, it gets retroactive and the other ones change color. That would be really cool. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm kind of, but it's going to be extremely rare. Let me tell you something. The chances of getting a perfect IV Pokemon, just finding it in the wild or hatching it, it's like, I think the numbers are like 1 in 8,000. So, it does take a lot. I don't know. I know some people who have caught, I think, more than that, never even gotten one. But I've got a lot of high 90s, but I do have 3 100s. I have the Manchop, I have the the clam one, whatever the hell that's called, and I've got Magonite. And so, listen, they're not great. Trust me, I would have loved to have found 100% Dragonite, but I've only gotten a 96 of that, or Charizard, and all the ones that everybody kind of really wants. I've got like the high 90s, but it's just like one smidge number off of being 100. And I really am trying my damnedest to get like 100 of a really good one, but I keep getting it for like the junky ones. I think I had 100% Pidgey. I really do think I'm pretty sure I had one. I think I got rid of it when I was just kind of, getting rid of all of those candies, trying to rank up a level. And I'm actually at 30,000 and a half now. For whatever reason, this one just seems like, even though it's like 500,000 XP, it's gone pretty decently far. So it's pretty cool. I'm still playing along. But you know what? It would give people a reason to hunt more. You know, it would give people a reason to play more. And yeah, I know it might give people more of a reason to hack more. But you know what? These days, I get it. Everybody wants to knock the hacking. I've used the hacks before. I've also done it the normal way. We have several different accounts that we do it on, you know, usually for video purposes. But it's not hurting anybody. And as long as you're not beating the crap out of it or abusing the crap out of it, I mean, listen, you know, here's kind of how I look at it. Imagine being a guy in a wheelchair and you're stuck in the house. Should he not have the same right to go play Pokemon Go as everybody else? But, you know, I mean, what are you going to do? You know, he's not going to wheel himself around. I mean, I'm not trying to be, you know, unempathetic, but, I mean, it's the truth. You know, so you got to give people a break. Some people just are incapable of, you know, putting as much time in, and they really like the game. I mean, it's one of those things. So sometimes hacking is just kind of the way it is. But, you know, basically what people are saying is that they do have a problem with the shiny thing, and they're thinking the odds of getting one are just ridiculously too much, and I really don't have a problem with it. But, I mean, with the legendary Pokemons, I mean, okay, Ditto's out, but Ditto's not really a legendary Pokemon. He's not. So, I mean, I don't really know how they're going to be doing this. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of stuff to be rolling out at the same time. I can't, you know, and I mean, the Thanksgiving event, I guess, is you can consider is going on right now with the, you know, extra XP and Stardust and all that junk and the daily bonuses. You know, it's not really what most people had in mind, per se. And who the hell knew it was going to be Ditto? I mean, I thought it was going to be some sort of a bird, but, you know, I guess the only bird it would have been was like a pigeon. Who the hell would have wanted that? I think it would have been cool to be an Aerodactyl or something like that, or however you say it. I know someone's going to correct my speech with it, but anyway, that's pretty much it for me. Stay tuned for the next video. We got a whole lot more news coming out. Trying to get these videos banged out. We had a little bit of a vacation, so but nope, we're back at it. Anyway, don't forget to smash the hell of that like button, and don't forget to subscribe.